Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, my name is Carol and my channel here on YouTube is all about fashion, luxury, and style tips for the working woman. So if you like this type of content, do consider checking out my channel, watching a few more of my other videos, and subscribing as well as hitting the notification bell so you don't miss out on my weekly uploads. So for today's video, I have a Fall Zara try-on haul to share with you guys, and I'll be showing you guys a bunch of different things from tops to bottoms, this really pretty dress that I'm wearing right now, as well as blazers and coats that I think are so essential in this type of weather. So let's get into this video. I want to first start with the dress that I'm wearing right now, which is this really pretty red floral dress. And the flowers on this dress are so fall appropriate. Sometimes I think it is a little bit hard to find a floral dress that is good for these colder months because they can tend to look very spring and summery. But the flowers on this are a very muted blush pink color, and then the leaves all throughout are kind of brown tones, as you can see right here. And that just looks perfect for this type of weather where the leaves are changing colors and everything. It is a little bit fitted around the waist, but everything else is a little bit loose and so comfortable to wear. And this dress is approximately hitting me at around the mid-thigh length, so it's not too short, but it's not too long. And for reference, I am 5'4", so on me this is the perfect length. I think I don't really like my dresses being too short, but I also think that if it was a little bit too long, it wouldn't be quite as flattering. And I really love this bow detail on this dress. Currently, I just have it double knotted right here around my neck, but you could also just do a simple single knot a little bit lower if you wanted to also. So you can have it hanging down here if you wanted to, like this. Or you can just have it completely loose, and that would also look really nice. And I think this is one of my favorite pieces from this whole haul. When I first saw this on Zara, it actually wasn't available in stock in my size. And I did the thing where you have them notify you through email when it comes back in stock. And I was so excited when this came back in stock that I basically ordered this as well as everything else in this haul at the same time because of this dress. So yes, I am so happy with this. I really love the color, and I think it looks great with brown accessories. You can even wear a belt around the waist just to accentuate your waist and add a little contrast if you wanted to. And yeah, I absolutely love this, and I think this is a must-have dress. And next is this really pretty plaid pinafore dress. And I've never actually considered anything even remotely similar to this in the past, but when I saw this dress online, I just thought that it was too pretty to pass up. On the online photos, you can see that the plaid is a mix of burgundy, black, as well as beige colors. But what you can see in the online photos is that there is also gold threading throughout the plaid, as well as there are these tiny gold sequins sewn throughout the dress too. So that just adds a little bit of sparkle to this dress that I think makes it so much more unique. And I have so many ideas of ways to style this dress. I think it looks great with a simple white blouse underneath, or there's actually a sweater that's part of the same haul that I'll show you guys in a little bit that I basically bought to match with this dress, and I think it looks absolutely perfect together to really play up that romantic and slightly preppy look of this dress. Now, whenever I browse Zara's website, I always have to take a look at what new blazers they have in stock, because Zara's selection of blazers is just unmatched by any other company. And for this haul, I have two blazers to share with you guys. The first is this double-breasted camel blazer that I have here, and this blazer is a little bit longer and a little bit looser than I used to gravitate towards, but recently I've been really liking this look in a blazer because I just think it looks a little bit more stylish and a little bit more modern. And if I wanted it to look a little bit more fitted on my body, I could always just belt it around the waist, and that would mean that I kind of get two looks out of one blazer. And in the fall season, I think this is such an essential piece to have, especially if you really like wearing neutral brown tone colors in this season. This is something that will go with so many, if not all of your outfits. And the second blazer in this haul is this very classic black double-breasted blazer, and this blazer has these really unique, intricate gold buttons on it. And I think one thing that Zara does really well is on a lot of their pieces, they do have these really stunning buttons on it that makes them look a lot more expensive than they actually are. So this blazer, compared to the one that I just showed you guys in the camel color, this one is a little bit shorter and a little bit more fitted, but still overall looks really effortless and it isn't too professional. And I just think that on a black blazer, it makes more sense for this to be a little bit more structured, because the outfits that I intend on wearing this with are a little bit more polished and kind of gives off the boss babe vibe. So yes, I think this is the perfect addition to my wardrobe. So it's not often that I like every piece that I buy in one order, and usually there is one item that is just a complete fail, and for this order, this top would be it. So I really had such high hopes for this. I really thought because it is white and black, it would go great with my very monochrome outfits, and I could even belt it around the waist with a wide belt, and I thought that would look really great. But first of all, when I received this, I noticed that the background is not really white, but it's actually more of an off-white, slightly beigey color, and it kind of looks a little bit dirty. And I also don't like how the black is just not perfectly placed on the shirt. I thought that aside from the sleeves, it would basically be mostly white with a little bit of black here and there. But if you look at the back over here, it just looks weird with this patch of black kind of down the center like this. And then also at the front, since this is a wrap style, at the bottom, it also has this piece of black over here. And this just looks like it was sewn together by a 5-year-old. A 5-year-old might be able to do better than this, in fact, because this neckline is just awful. It's so bad. Overall, it's just absolutely horrible, and the only good thing about it is the buttons on these are really pretty, but that's not enough to pay $50 for this top. On the flip side, this top, however, I do really love, and this is this really pretty kind of paisley print floral top, and it's cropped, and then there are buttons that go all the way down the center of the shirt, so you can either wear it completely buttoned up, even though I don't think it looks that nice as such, or you can unbutton it as much as you want. And I kind of have it unbuttoned approximately a third of the way, and I think this looks really pretty. And I love how it's cinched in at the waist. It's elasticated here, and then the sleeves are also elasticated at the bottom, so it gives you this really billowy kind of romantic look to it. And I think this looks great with anything that is high-waisted. And I love that they actually lined this top in the front and the back. The sleeves aren't actually lined, so it looks a little bit more sheer, but because I don't like to show off my bra, I really like that they included a lining so that it's a little bit more opaque and you don't have to wear anything underneath it. Now, leather and faux leather clothing is such a big trend right now, and it has been for a while, and I've added a few pieces of faux leather items to my closet already, but those have all been skirts, specifically pleated skirts, because I think that makes it a little bit more feminine and wearable for my style, and I'm not a big fan of that androgynous or masculine look that leather can give off. But for this item, I decided to move a little bit more out of my comfort zone and get a pair of faux leather shorts instead. But I do think this pair of shorts still has some feminine details to it. For one, the lighter color makes it more wearable, as well as, since this is a pair of paper bag waist shorts, this bow in the front does give it a little bit of that feminine touch. Plus, I really like that this pair of shorts is very good quality. You can't really tell that this is faux leather, and the material feels quite thick. So I think that for the price, which is $39.50, you are definitely getting a very good deal. Surprisingly, I only purchased one sweater in this entire haul, but I think this is now one of my favorite sweaters that I own. And this is the sweater that I said would go really nicely with the Pinafore dress that I showed you guys earlier. And this is a kind of cream colored sweater, and this top part over here is a little bit more see-through. And because you do have these frills around the collar as well as on the sleeves also, I think it gives it that kind of slightly Victorian kind of romantic touch to it that I think looks so feminine and is so in tune with my style. So I absolutely love this sweater. I don't think it was that expensive either. It's $45.90, so considering how often I will be wearing this sweater, I think this is such a good purchase. To finish off this haul, I have two coats to share with you guys, both of which are in the kind of camel colored or brown colored family. So the first is this longer wrap style coat, and this coat I would honestly say is probably a little bit too long for me. As I mentioned, I am 5'4", so that's a little bit on the shorter side, and this one goes up to right around my ankles, which I don't think is super flattering on me, but if you're taller than I am, then I think this coat would be a great thing to have this winter, especially if you don't have a wrap style camel color coat already. And this coat is $219 US, so not the cheapest, but not super expensive for a wool coat. I do think that it is worth the price. I put this on at home where it's still quite warm, and I immediately had to take it off because it was so hot in this coat, so that definitely means that this will keep you warm in the winter. And I do love that this coat is lined. I don't usually buy coats that aren't lined because where I live, it gets cold really easily, and if I got a coat that didn't have a lining, I would only be able to wear it for like 2 weeks or so before I had to store it away and I wouldn't get much wear out of it. But because this coat is lined, I do think that it is a worthwhile purchase. I just wish that it was made for short people like me, but aside from that, I think this is a great item if you're tall enough for it. Now this coat, on the other hand, is like it was made especially for me because it is the perfect length and the perfect size for my body and my height. And for this coat, you do once again get these really pretty intricate gold buttons on it. So I think that makes this look very expensive considering the price. And this color is a little bit darker than the camel coat that I showed you earlier, but I think this actually goes perfectly with the dress that I'm wearing right now. And when I saw this coat online, it was styled in the most perfect way, and it almost made me want to get the entire outfit that was worn with this coat. This was one of the rare occasions where I thought that Zara did a very good job in styling their models. Sometimes it's hard to tell if an outfit or a piece of clothing would look nice on you when you actually got it in person. So with this, I think it was absolutely perfect how they showed this item worn, and I'm so happy with this piece. So that is it for this Fall Zara try-on haul, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. As I mentioned, sometimes it's hard to know what an item will look like when you get it in person, especially at Zara, because sometimes these pieces are styled in not very wearable ways. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and if you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments down below what kind of items you're shopping for this fall and winter, and which of these items that I showed today was your personal favorite, and are you thinking of getting any of these for yourself? And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do consider subscribing for new videos every single Thursday, and I'll leave 2 videos up on the screen for you to watch next. So I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.